Hello Internet, welcome back to Tromsø Twilight, the channel where I, Vincent, talk to you, the ever-expanding universe, about books, movies, music I enjoy, find interesting, or a combination of the two. Today I'm going to be talking about the books I might read in the summer, that I'm intending to read in the summer, and I'd like to invite you to comment on them if you've read them, if you recommend them, if there's any you think I should prioritise. I'd also be really interested to hear what you have on your reading list for the coming couple of months. Now, I don't actually have my summer vacation until August, but I do have a little bit less pressure at work in the summer, so I might be able to read a bit more. One book I don't have physically with me to show you that I do want to read, I have it planned for August, is Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie. I am going to read that one when I'm off work. I've been planning that since the start of the year. The rest of these books are things I've got on my to be read shelf, and I thought I might bump them up to read soon. So, have you heard of them? Do you know anything about them? And any good? Anything I should skip? Um, First one then. I guess it's pronounced Darke, by Rick Gekowski. This was a gift from my friend Edward a couple of years ago. He and I do a book club together, and he normally has pretty good taste, but for some reason it just hasn't appealed to me. I guess maybe it's because it's about like a guy getting old. It looks a bit dark and sad, and maybe I wasn't really feeling up to it when I got it. So I was thinking maybe I'll read it in the summer. Do you know it? Have you heard about it? The next one by Zen Cho. It's set in Malaysia, I think. Blackwater Sister seems to be about ghosts, maybe about ancestors, local deity, a little bit maybe spooky or supernatural. Do you know it? It's got a beautiful cover. I've not really heard of it, but I had it recommended. Yeah, should I read it? There's been a guy living here in Tromsø the whole time I've been living here who's from Mexico, and he and I get along very well. And I always thought we would become friends, but we've only ever really remained acquaintances. But he's leaving now, and he asked me to come over to his house, choose a book from his bookshelf that I could keep. So I went over and I had a look at what he had, and I found this book that I'd never actually heard of before, Ice by Anna Kavan. It seems to be almost like a sort of dystopian or a Balladian sort of post-apocalyptic thing about the world freezing. It's pretty short, under 200 pages, which I tend to appreciate. And even though I've been saying on this channel that I'm a little tired of dystopias, it did look interesting, and it's originally from the 60s but republished again in recent years, which is often a good sign. The next one is also a gift. It's Year of the Monkey by Patti Smith, given to me by my friend Margot in the UK. Her girlfriend, I think, had read it and asked her to pass it on. I read Just Kids, which is Patti Smith's autobiographical book about her friendship with Robert Mapplethorpe some years back. That was a very beautiful evocation of a time and a place and of the importance of art and friendship. It also had a large degree of name dropping in it, in my opinion, which bugged me a little bit. So it was a bit of a mix for me. But Patti Smith is somebody I have a lot of admiration for. I really love her first two albums. I've seen her live, and it was one of the best concerts I've ever seen. She was performing Horses in its entirety. I've actually seen her twice, but the Horses concert was something else. Have you read this? Do you know it? Is it worth a look? I cannot now find the comments, so I don't remember exactly who it was who commented this, and I apologise because I know it's somebody I've talked to a few times and who seems very smart and very nice. I don't remember precisely who it was now, who was talking about J.M. Coetzee on my channel recently. So I spoke to my friend Olav, also a friend of the channel, shout out Olav, and asked him if he had any recommendations. He's read a few of Coetzee's books. So he gave me these two, which are sort of auto-fiction about his youth, called Boyhood and Youth. If you're watching, a friend who recommended Coetzee to me, should I read them in a particular order? If I read one of them, should I start with Boyhood? Let me know. Also, a gift and something that I'm looking forward to is this book, which is called Writing by Marguerite Duras, the French author. I knew a woman years ago who was a huge fan of Duras, but I've never actually read her. So I'm looking forward to this one. It will definitely be one of the ones I read in the summer. It's just a question of whether I read it sooner or later, really. And then the last one I have on my list is Hummingbird Salamander, which I've had for a couple of years, Jeff Vandermeer. I really, really like the Southern Reach trilogy. I really love the book Born. I think apart from The Strange Bird, which is a Bourne world novella, Those are the only other books I've read by Jeff Vandermeer, and I think this one's a standalone. Look at this cover, it's so beautiful. So this one also is on the list for the summer. That is my list then. Please give me some input. What do you think? Is there anything you would like me to talk about on the list? Is there anything that is worth making a priority? And do let me know what you're reading now or have planned, and I will come back and talk about some of these books once I've read them. See you soon.